I was raised by a single mother. More specifically, I was raised by a single mother who didn't drive. So when I was a kid, if I wanted to get around, I had to take buses and cabs and subways, and we walked. Oh God, did we walk. I think because of that, what I really wanted was a bike. A bike to me felt like freedom. And my mom was not on the same page. And I truly didn't understand why. But I do now. See, now I have kids. And now I know what my mother knew then. 2 blocks away from where I lived was a completely different world. A scary world. An unknown world. Now see, I've worked for the last 12 years in AI. Yes, it's that old. It actually started in the 50s and 60s. And then it was dormant for a while, and then it really picked up because of the internet, right? And in that time, what I've learned is that it's very hard to figure out what AI means to us, right? Now, let me ask a question. How many people here use Waze or Google Maps to get here tonight? Anybody? Okay. Has anybody ever been on Facebook or Instagram and got a product that they did want, but they hadn't told anybody they wanted, and all of a sudden it showed up? Okay. That's AI. That's been AI for over a decade. The difference is that was behind the scenes. AI has been powering the applications that power your everyday life for a long time. On November 30th, 2022, that all changed. ChatGPT was released. And I would mention it was released unceremoniously. We didn't get a guidebook. They didn't tell us what to do. They were like, hey, you guys have AI now. Have a good time. Good luck. Now, we've been through huge innovation in our lives. In this room, people have been through radio, television, the internet, mobile. This one's different. This is the single biggest piece of technology that will affect us in the history of humanity. And it's not close. And so today, we sit at an inflection point as a civilization. Is AI going to happen to us or for us? Now, I finally broke my mom down and I got a bike. And the first bike I got had training wheels. And training wheels are good. Training wheels gives you confidence. It helps you figure out the mechanics of how to ride a bike. And that's how I look at it for my kids. I have a 6 and 9-year-old girl. And AI is here, and they need to be aware of it to some extent. And one of my favorite things about my kids is their imagination is boundless. They come up with the coolest stuff. But a lot of the time, they don't have the faculty to take it from here into the real world. Now, has anybody ever used one of those tools that you put a prompt in and then it makes an image for you or it makes a video for you? Those are really neat. They also exist on the internet. The internet's not a good place for 6 and 9-year-olds. Hard stop. But I wanted them to know how to use it. So I built something for them called PlayArty. And the idea was it was a contained place where they could use their imagination and put inputs in to get something cool out. So, for example, they wanted to see a pony on a boat in the ocean. Great. That's pretty neat. But it doesn't stop there. Their creativity starts after the tool made it. What's the pony's name? Draw the rest of the scene for me. How'd a pony get on a boat? You need to figure out how to get them to focus on the output so that their creativity starts where the tool ends, not the inverse. Now, my next journey on the bike, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, is somebody holding the back of a bike and kind of pushing you down the street. Maybe your parents. For me, it was a retired New York City cop named John Ginter. He was very angry. So I got pushed a lot. And I fell a ton. Sometimes I felt like I had it, I'd smash into a tree, but it was important because I was learning the boundaries of the bike, of myself, what I could and couldn't do. That's how I think about high school kids today, because it has happened to them. They're figuring it out. I have a really close friend. He's got a 13-year-old daughter who I love. And I was in their house one day and I heard her talking. And I was like, hey, I didn't think anybody's upstairs. Who's she talking to? And he's like, oh, she's talking to AI. Nope. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. We're going to roll that back. And the reason is because it's fine to talk. Audio's good. Talking to technology is fine. Conversating with technology, not as much. If you have used AI and you gendered it, do you call it she or him? Nope. Did you name it? Gross. Don't do that. So hearing her talk, I said, hey, listen, man, it's important she's using it and that's cool, but we've got to figure out how she's using it, because that's not a good use case. The prefrontal cortex at that age is the coolest you'll ever be. You are building the neural pathways for how you work with things for the rest of your life. And the opportunity for those things to become parasocial is huge. So you have to step in. You have to hold the bike. Now, my journey on bikes continued. This is the part my mom hated. I was a free bird. I could just ride around. Now I'm 40 years old, which means I was born at a different time in a different place. Streetlights on, home, instantly. I had a pager. I'm looking around, some of you don't know what that means. I had a thing here that would say 911, which meant get home right now. And like most people, I explored beyond the boundaries. I wanted to get out and see what I could see. But ultimately, there's this really cool thing in human evolution called the uncanny valley. The uncanny valley is that feeling, that gut feeling you get where you're like, hey, something's wrong here. I don't love it here. And so even though I went past where I was supposed to, I kind of knew to head back. Now, I'm very lucky in my career I get to speak to college kids all the time. And I love college kids. And let me tell you, they are leaning into AI, heavy. But I talk to them a lot about what's it doing for you. Is it writing your paper? That's pretty boring. That's not great. Is it checking your work? That's interesting. Are you talking to it about what you want to do when you grow up? That's cool. Are you asking it what you should do when you grow up? Less cool. Not as exciting. See, we're in this weird place where they're out in front. They're kind of with us right now. They're figuring it out in real time, and the tech keeps changing. And so we have to stay with them. We have to be a part of that conversation. You'll be happy to know that I still love bikes. I ride between 3,000 and 4,000 miles a year. My favorite bike ride is with my kids. I love riding with my girls for two reasons. One, selfishly, I want them to like stuff that I like because I can't do ballet. The other reason is modeling behavior. See, when we ride together, I wear a helmet. When we ride together, I look both ways. There's this one part in our neighborhood where we kind of have to go off the beaten path a little bit. We get in a line, and I get in front, and they fall in, stay to the right. And I stole that from cycling. In cycling, there's the big peloton, that's all the bikes, right? And in those bikes, it's someone's job in the beginning to get out in front, because the first part sucks. There's wind and there's terrain, and you're kind of like figuring it out. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to like get things moving. It's really hard. That's where we are today. We have to be out in front. Now, I would encourage you to be very skeptical of AI, always. But you also have to be curious, because it is here, and it is not going away. And so what we need to do is we need to take that front position. We have to push through the wind. The most successful cycling teams take their best riders further down the path. They drive them almost all the way home. That's the next generation. We cannot ignore this technology. You have to use it with them. You also should use it yourself. Figure out what's okay with you. Create the boundaries. Find the things that it does help you with, because we can't ignore it. And ultimately, what we really want, what we all should want as parents, teachers, neighbors, uncles, aunts, we should want to get this next generation as far up the path as possible. Because when they pass us, we will not be able to catch them. That's the whole point. So today, I encourage you, when you leave here, make sure you're out in front. Because I can tell you from watching my kids and everyone else around me, what they can do if they can remain human and use this as a creative accelerant and not the end game, I think they'll win the race.